Oh, that's different. Wind is from the northeast and the temperature's in the low 50s. 3 days in a row. We're on board the Lynx, just trying to make a small transit from Newport, Rhode Island to Nantucket. The sun did come out for a few minutes yesterday. We're going out the hatch, up the companionway. Oh yeah, in your face, weatherman. Again today. Look at this glorious day on Martha's Vineyard. There's the crew and standing in the rain. They don't care. Well, they actually are getting a little... They're backing off. I'll go this way, you guys go that way. Do we have a crew from the Shenandoah in the house, any chance? All right, Shenandoah. All right, Shenandoah is a sister ship right over here. A couple of throwback clippers in the house. Now, last night when we got here, there was a tugboat right there, and there was a cruise ship right there. This is Vineyard Haven, and we're in the wind. Again, there's the ferry. I could escape to Woods Hole by that ferry, and I may have to because the crew, if we were at sea, would probably make the weatherman walk the plank. Fortunately, there is a beach right there, and there's a hot shower over there, too. And we need it. It has been 3 days in this, what I'm calling High Barometer Nor'easter. Here's the map. It's way, way north. The barometer's up around 1025 in northern Quebec, and there's a nose of that high pressure system all the way down into southeastern New England. There is a front coming in from the west today, but it's kind of laughing at this ocean system that's just kind of stuck down there. We did get the Bruins on the radio last night. That was a sad, sad situation. Oh well, B's flag is coming down. I'm not sure which one's going to go up there. The air continues to come from the northeast. Wind is air moving from that high way up in northern Canada into, you know that expression, the circular file? When you have an idea, you don't like it, goes into the circular file. That's the wastebasket. Well, there's a circular file of upper level, low pressure southeast of Cape Cod, and all the nasty weather that's crossing the nation ends up in there and is injecting new energy into a stalled system. We called it not a tropical storm a couple of days ago when we had the tropical downpours. Now it's more just what I call a high barometer nor'easter. So if we go to the HRR, that's the high resolution rapid refresh. You want to see the wind first. This is not pretty. The wind keeps on coming from the northeast. Those barbs coming from the northeast. Oh, I found a place to hide. Almost up in the bow of the boat here. The purple is wind gusting past 20 knots. And there's a little pulse, a new pulse of wind from the northeast coming in here tonight. And then tomorrow, still from the northeast. That's going to be day 4 tomorrow night. Well, the HRR doesn't go out that far, but this does. This is the 3 to 5 day for from weather.us for our destination. Our destination being Nantucket Island. And at the bottom there, you see that gray line across the bottom. That's where the clouds are, very low-level clouds. And then you keep going up, the amount of sunshine and then the wind direction from the northeast through Monday morning now. Today and tomorrow still going 15 to 25 knots. Crew and captain not going to be happy to hear about this one today. I'm sure they already know. And then Monday, finally, it starts slacking. And Tuesday, we get an air coming in from the west and southwest at light speeds. But it shows fog in there on Tuesday. And then finally, Wednesday and Thursday, this breaks. All right, now I'm going to go to the HRR precipitation. As for that front coming in from the west, you have showers coming in from the west. And notice they kind of come through from the west in northern New England, still coming in from the east in southern New England. And then the rain that goes through Maine kind of just takes off, and we're still left with showers and drizzle coming in from the northeast here in southeastern New England. It's just relentless. I blame an upper level low. Let's go to the Euro 700 millibar. This is at 10,000 feet. All that blue in Canada, that's cold air. That's just sort of the last bastions of winter hanging on, but it's just being fed in slowly like fueling a fire, very little bit at a time, with this upper level low that's stuck south of New England. So you see the yellow crossing much of the nation, and the orange, that's the really warm air, but it can't quite come into New England until, there it is, Tuesday into Wednesday. You know, we've been on a streak of beautiful Tuesdays, so hopefully that will continue. All right, now if we go to the big picture, 240-hour Euro that we show just about every day. Here is our low pressure system southeast of Cape Cod. and it's just sitting there and spinning. Energy coming in off the mid-Atlantic states. This has been a wild card, and it looked like a few days ago that this system was going to stay plenty far south, but obviously that's changed. It's been going back and forth, and now we have to wait until, here it is, Monday for high pressure to come in here. To most of New England, it's going to be nice after today. And then Tuesday, that high is right over us. We've been talking about Tuesday so much with a possible subtropical system. Looks more like waves off the southeastern United States, and there was going to be a powerful storm north of us to bring in the really warm air. Well, that doesn't look so powerful anymore. Now it looks like it's a more powerful storm way out west, but it does look like, especially away from the coast, Tuesday, Wednesday, we should get into the 80s. And then on Wednesday night and Thursday, as it's happened every week now for the last 5 weeks, here comes another cold batch of air from Canada, and yesterday it showed a horrible Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. Today it's less horrible, but there's still a low going right across southern New England on Saturday afternoon in the middle of Memorial Day weekend. We are on that kind of a pattern where it's either threatening or it's an actual bad Saturday. This is Saturday, right? And I thought what happened yesterday when we left Newport with the blue sky would happen more today. Anyhow, now it looks like a totally gray weekend. I'm not sure how we're going to make the transit to Nantucket, because they don't want to go into the northeast wind. We want to go into Nantucket Harbor with the sails up and blue sky and fire off the cannons. So I'm not sure when that's going to happen. So I'm not sure when I'm going to escape the ship. It's nice to have a long leash, huh? My wife and most of the wives of people on here that are married. The crew is mostly young, and they're just adventurers. But the older guys, we lost Scott. Didn't lose him. Scott had to go home. I'm sorry about this wind. I'm trying to get out of the wind. Scott caught that ferry this morning. The ferries leave every hour here. All right, I can't get out of the wind. I just can't. Out the door, weather and more is one take out in the weather regardless. And I am having a devil of a time trying to transfer my videos onto the MacBook, and we'll try again today, but this might not even get published. I made 77 videos of our transit. Yesterday, I went through the Elizabeth Islands. I have sailed through the Caribbean, U.S. and British Virgin Islands more than I have sailed through the Elizabeth Islands, even though I was born 60 miles away from the Elizabeth Islands. So that was really interesting, and the weather was good for a while, but it got nasty late yesterday and started pouring as the Bruins lost last night. Hopefully I can get this published for you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow, Sunday, from somewhere, maybe right here.
Lordy, that's what I call fun. I wish there was another verse. I think there are. I just never
Muster. Muster. What are we looking at? Oh, incoming. Who's obligated to move? Hi, looking good. Want a race? We're going to Martha's Vineyard. Young sailors, beautiful.
Dawn has broken with a nice, better forecast than we thought. Hydration, sunscreen. The game plan today is that we're going to go take on fuel. While we're taking on fuel, Caroline, will you please give Tim a safety briefing? The bicycles need to be resecured. Their goal today is about 45 miles from here to all the way around to Vineyard Haven, but looks like it's going to be favorable for us to take Vineyard Sound instead of going through Quicks Hole. It'll shave off about 5 miles, and then we'll catch the slide up Vineyard Sound on the favorable current and into Vineyard Haven. We will check with the sea state for what the sail is going to sail configuration is going to be. I do want nose plugs in, so Sam and Maya, if you would hold them.
no slack. We are after the stem, pulling pressure aft. That's disabled. There's just more string coming into the pettit. More string coming into the pettit.
One pennant off.
One pennant is off. The second one. Slip the second one.
Slip the second pennant. Yep.
Slip. It
Second
is.
is off.
Second is off.
Second is
All
off.
right.
3 of the morning.
We're free. Cool. Wow. Where's the point? I don't know if I can fit through here.
Pennants are at the Haas. Out.
And we're free. That was cool. How am I ever gonna do any editing if I'm just always shooting video? Still editing today's, and tomorrow's and more has already begun, and I missed some of the action. We've already fueled up,
Full top.
and apparently
Full course.
we're moving. There's Fort Adams in Newport, Rhode Island. See you, Newport.
All right, fast.
I don't know what's going on, but something's going up somewhere. Caroline making breakfast. Now she's helping hoist sails. Sam, Angel, Maya, Frankie,
Somebody in a harness to tie loose the foretopsail.
Somebody in a harness to tie loose
and
the
Cap-
foretopsail.
somebody in a harness. That will not be Tim Kelly. Not that I'm totally against it, but.
Hey Tim,
Captain, where are we headed?
we are outbound Newport, bound for Marcus Vineyard Haven to see our good friends over at the Black Dog Tall Ship.
Sailing into the wind?
We are right now. We're preparing sail. We're going to send a crew member off to tie loose the foretopsail, and we're going to round Breton Point, and we should be on a real nice slide all the way over to Vineyard Sound.
Oh, how fun. Wow. What, another first for me. How many times have you done it?
When they did it 200 years ago. Well, minus the engine. Yeah, Newport's always been good to us.
Grab your water from the forecastle. Fill it completely up. Hydrate.
Gotta drink some water. What's over there?
I believe it's the Cliff House.
Oh wow, we got dueling resorts here. One on the left and one on the right. Are they both Cliff House? I haven't been to Newport in a while. Looks like they're prepared for the summer crowd. What a bonus day today. They said there'd be a marine layer. Oh well. I guess technically every layer around here is a marine layer.
Where you live?
That's where I live.
You live in the
What?
lighthouse?
Can you, where?
Right in that lighthouse.
What do you mean? You live in there in your mind?
I'm a lighthouse keeper in my mind.
Now, what did you mean by that? Did you really live in a lighthouse?
No, but lighthouse keepers being notorious for like going delirious.
Oh, really? That explains a lot of what I've seen in my mind in the last couple of days.
Oh, it's taking back a
I've never seen it from this perspective. I think this is my first time ever out of Newport Harbor. I mean,
wow.
I'm, parked.
Starboard aft gun.
Who are we shooting at now?
OHP.
I'm ready to fire.
Looks like we're firing at somebody again. Do a lot of cannons around here.
Stand by the fire.
Stand by the fire!
Fire, Sable. Fire!
Felt that one.
Let's see the fire back, huh? Let's see them guns,
I think it missed. She's still coming at us.
Stand by. Coming in a wind. Idle hands lay into the staysail.
I think we're getting fired at. It's friendly fire. All right, we get some wind power now. Temperature's gone down 15 degrees. Now it's coming back in from every direction. But we're about to go through around the Elizabeth Islands on the way to the Vineyard. We're all bundled back up now. Still a little blue sky to the north, but to the west, clouds are coming at us from all directions. Looks like it's raining off to the south there. And dead ahead, Martha's Vineyard, the Elizabeth Islands.
Colony. We're going to leave that to starboard and then fetch on up into Quick's Hole and go through a tiny slot that looks similar to what that hole looks like in Cutting Hunt.
Turned back into what I thought it would be. This water's coming in from the ocean, not the air. Uh-oh, we're gonna get wet here. Hold on. Oh, that was close. Still a little tiny bit of blue sky. That's Pinnaconese Island. Right there. And then in the distance is Martha's Vineyard. And immediately right here is Cutty Hunk. I've never been to Cutty Hunk, but apparently people live there too. Pinnaconese, penal colony. Now there's sheep and cows. Looks like a couple of thousand birds and a house. So we're at this leper colony at the southern end of the Elizabeth Islands, and then that's Nashwina over there. And then we're going for Quick's Hole up there. Once we cut through there, we'll be next stop, Martha's Vineyard. It's like dolphins up there, doesn't it? Undulating, altostratus, marine layer rebuilding. Quick's Hole between Nashima and Nashon in the Elizabeth Island. Go through that hole, we'll be at the Vineyard. Day has turned back to where it was with the gray and the stormy looking sky. Still dry. Going into a major headwind, and the crew is just working hard to secure those sails that we had earlier. Down here and way up there. Sam and Angel almost can't even watch. They've been up there wrestling that topsail for half hour maybe, securing it. 6:40. We're geared up. Flying the colors regardless. Got the charge back just in time for docking. Going out. Hatch.
Back aft spot.
Pulling in. Look at the spectators.
Have shoes on, Frankie. This is a splintery dock. I want to get 4 and preferably 4 first.
Docking 112 foot privateer. Spectators. Yep, we're serious.
That fender.
Contact main fenders.
Flags up 2. Hold 2. 2 sail.
Three's on.
Set 1. Second.
Slightly forward. Well, that one. Pending aft on that one.
That's quite impressive, Captain. Nicely done.
Well, they had we get the wind blowing us in, and there's really no place to bail out because you're on the beach and you're restricted with such tight maneuverability here. But these guys did a good job.
Tucked it right in. Look at that.
I've never tied up on the port side. I was all prepared for starboard. These guys at Packer's Wharf, they're just awesome. They welcome us in here because Ralph Packer really likes the program. Make one phone call and 10 minutes later you get a dock in Vineyard Haven.
Sweet. Look at the sky waves. Sunset's happening right this second. Sunset 7:59 and it's 7:56. He beat the sun by 3 minutes. Nice job, Captain and crew. Honor to be aboard as a spectator. Waxing gibbous, flower moon, 8 p.m. straight up. Not sure how we're gonna see the Bruins. Sunset right now, Vineyard Haven. So she's gone from St. Simons, Georgia to Newport, Rhode Island to Vineyard Haven and Nantucket tomorrow. More and more and more. Play us out, piano man. Marina office, cocktails. We are at East Baxter's. How about aboard the Lynx? Sunset. Friday, May 17th. Don, Bob Douglas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Number 63.
It's trailing 2-1 here in Game 6. They win the draw. Marchand right of the net. Threw it toward the slot. Batted to the far side. Pasternak can't grab it. This puck comes off the center ice. Grabbed by McAvoy. He fires it in. And that'll do it. Second straight year, the Florida Panthers have eliminated the Boston Bruins from the Stanley Cup playoffs.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.